Hey y'all, I have pulled my kayak up on the shore and going to be mixing things up a little bit today. Going to be doing some carp fishing. I am in a backwater creek, just very shallow out there, 2-3 feet deep at its deepest. And coming down through here, I saw some carp out in the middle of this creek. The water here, I'll show you, you can probably see it's kind of clear along the edges here. But out there toward the middle, it's real muddy, and that's where those carp are down there just kind of rooting around in the mud looking for food. So I spotted that, pulled my kayak up here on the shore, and I'm gonna cast some baits out there where they're feeding at. So what I'm using for bait today, I got me some new carp rigs here. These are like little wire cages, and I've mashed up some corn and some cereal, some corn flakes, and put in those cages as like a little scent for them there to find. And then down here on the business end of the hook, I've got 4 kernels of corn, just sweet corn. So very cheap bait setup here, just corn flakes, Walmart brand, and then some off-brand corn kernels there. So very, very simple and cheap setup for carp. These are my bass rods. These are 6'6" medium heavy action rods, 20-pound braid there on the line, and I've got a little 1-ounce sinker. Went a little heavier on my sinker this time just because I knew I may have to be casting longer distances, and I will have to get out in the middle of that creek there just to have a chance at putting it in their face and reaching them. So I've got one bait cast out already. I'm gonna get this other one cast out. We're gonna catch some carp today. Stay tuned. Oh, right here, y'all, right here. If I don't slip and bust my tail. All right, y'all. Well, I guess I could step back in front of the camera. Used to having that camera on my chest, not up here on a tripod. He's gonna swim through my other line too. Finally got me a carp. I was set up on the opposite bank over there. It wasn't doing any good. I kept seeing them closer to over here. They were tailing and stuff. And so I just moved over here to this side. I just had baits out for, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes maybe. And he's a pulling, but oh, look at him go. Look at him go. Oh, man. He is all wrapped up in that other line. It feels weird turning around talking to the camera while I'm fighting this fish. Y'all have to let me know down in the comments, you prefer a tripod mount or my chest mount when I'm fishing on the bank like this. You know, I think I'm gonna get lucky. I think he's come out of this line. I think he's somehow got around it here on this other side. All right, we got him. But he is a mess in this line. He did not come out of that other line, that is for sure. Well, y'all, it took me an hour. I had to move to the other side of the bank, but by gosh, I got one. And he, no bigger than he is, has made an absolute mess out of my 2 lines. He has swam and it looks like done laps around that other line. So I'm gonna have to pick it out. But these things are a dang good time, man. A lot of fun, tackle's simple, bait's cheap, easy to acquire. Dang good time, man. Here in America, these fish, they're kind of considered trash fish. A lot of people don't target them, but they're pretty abundant. I'd recommend giving them a shot. They're a fun time. Oh. Well, he's ready to get out of here, ain't he? Look at him. He's just like a catfish coming back over here, take a swipe at my ankle. Try to take me out at the legs. Yeah, he'll mosey on off there directly. All right, y'all. Well, again, that was fun. I'm gonna get this mess undone here with my lines, see if we can catch another. Oh, I got another one right here. That rod. Oh yeah, he's got it. He was hitting it. Just got everything set back out. We're going chest mount on this one. I'll look at him. The other one ran right to go through this line. Now this one's going left to go through that line. I put a little space between them, a little distance. And these fish, they're like, I don't care. Justin, it don't matter where you cast, we're gonna find it. It's all right though. Moving over here to this side of the creek channel made all the difference. I'm sitting over there and I got my baits cast out in the middle to where it looked like they had tore up the water there. I just wasn't getting bit, but I kept seeing like splashing over here. I'd see tail fins and stuff. And so after an hour, I was like, what I'm doing over there ain't working. Let me just come over here and see what's going on. And sure as well, we're gonna go around on this other side over here. I won't bust my tail on this bank. I think I may get lucky somehow on this. I don't know how. The other one was a mess. I had to cut both lines and just retie. This one somehow didn't get in it. I don't know about these wire cage things on here. I'm putting the cornflakes on, but I don't know how many of them's actually staying on in the cast, I think I'm flinging a lot of it off. But I still got the corn on there. That's the most important thing. They like that corn. Oh, sweet corn. We just kind of come out here. I'm gonna net this one. Here's a little bit bigger. This one here is a little bit bigger than the last one. Oh man, he's bigger than what I thought. The closer I get to him here, the more I realize just how big this thing is. Oh, there we go. Oh man, I need a bigger net, y'all. I'm gonna need a bigger net for these carp right here. Look at this thing, buddy. Look at this thing. Holy cow, that's a nice carp. I used to do some bow fishing and stuff, and I've shot some of them this big with bow and arrow. This may be the biggest one I've ever caught here on rod and reel, though. I'm pretty sure it is. We'll call it a new PB anyway. There it is, y'all. Nice carp, buddy. Nice. How that thing didn't get my other line, I don't know. But he didn't. Nice. I think this is probably the biggest one I've ever got on rod and reel. Like I said, I've shot some bigger than this back in my bow fishing days. But this is definitely one of, if not the biggest on rod and reel. So far, anyway. Hopefully, I've seen a lot bigger than this and shot a lot bigger than this. I know they in here. Matter of time before I get them on rod and reel bigger than this, but this is a dang good time, man. There he goes. That one's a little bit, he's coming back for me too. They all want to come back and just look at, he's just sitting there. He just gonna do a little sneak attack. That mud's covering his eyes up. So since he can't see me, he don't think I can see him. Watch this. Watch this. Hey. Knock, knock. There he goes. He knew he was seen then. Oh, that's awesome, man. All right, well, let's get another bait out there and do it again. Y'all, I'm sitting here getting baited up. My other line yonder there got hit. It is getting hit. Let me come over here now. Oh, it's going down now. He knows he's hooked now. Oh, he knows he's hooked now. Okay. Oh, did he just come off? No, he's still on there. I was just getting baited up again, y'all. Man, all it took was me switching sides over here. That is all it took. Tighten that drag just a smidge. Yeah, I ordered these cage things and some pack lead pack, method lead. They're like a piece of lead you can put pack bait around. I can't remember what they're called. I ordered some of them, and I got me some of them Gamakatsu G hooks. Fellow on my live stream, I can't remember his name now. He recommended them. So I ordered some of them. They ain't here yet, but the only thing that's arrived so far is them wire things. So I'm using them today. And once my other stuff gets here, we'll try it out. This one here, just a little fella. This one may go in the cooler. And big carp hard to cut because there's so many bones and scales and stuff. But these little ones a little bit more manageable. This in here, I don't really need him. I may just go ahead and let him go. All right, that one there, I'm not gonna call him front camera worthy for me to take his camera over there to the tripod, but you know, nice small carp, still hard fighting. If I needed some bait, I think I'd put him in the cooler and take him with me, but I don't, so he gonna get to go home. Are you ready to get out of here too? All right, guys, well, I don't have any bait in the water right now because I was getting that one baited when that thing come along, so let me finish getting that one out and I'll reset this one, and we got some active fish here, so we might get some more. Now, all I'm doing here, I'm putting some corn flakes down in a cup. Putting a little creek water down in there with it, just to get them, you know, a little bit wet. And I'm just taking a handful of this stuff here and crunching it up. Where'd that thing go? Right here. That little wire cage right there. I'm just start squeezing this down into that cage and all around it. Now, a lot of this, when I cast, is going to fall off, but when it does, I guess that really ain't too bad because it's just putting all that scent and stuff out there in the water. And then down below this cage, I've got these kernels of corn on a number 4 hook there. I got, looks like 5 kernels of corn on there. So, I'm going to lob this out. I got a little 1 ounce sinker here. Be able to cast it. And it's basically just a Carolina rig like I use for catfish. Just a little bit smaller version. I'm just lobbing that out. Kind of take up my slack and put it back in the rod holder. And now I'm gonna go get the other one and do the same thing. And yeah, man, these carp, they're just kind of rooting around out there. You probably can't tell on the camera, there's a little bit of a glare. And we're getting right around sunset here now, so it's hard to see. But that area out there that's a little bit muddy, they're just out there digging around in the bottom, feeding, you know, eating whatever it is they eat, plants and whatnot. You can't tell, but there's all this algae right here. All this is, we've had this warm weather lately, and it's caused like an algae bloom in this creek. I assume they're eating some of that. But anyway, there's a bunch of carp right out here in this area, and they finding that corn and my baits, and they own it, man. Let's get that other bait out there and catch some more. This rod right here got hit, y'all. He's knocked some slack in it. I don't know if he still got it or not. Oh yeah, he's still there. He's still there. Let's jerk his jaw. There he goes. I saw my rod tip get hit. Oh, he's splashing around up there. And they had some slack in it. I guess he felt the resistance and then come back toward me or something. I don't think this one's very big, but boy, they don't have to be. I'm using my bass rods here. I use these for skipjack most of the time, catching catfish bait. And so they're just you know, for the size of the carp that we're getting here, these are, you know, this one here is not very big. The biggest one there was, you know, probably well over 10 pounds. But these fish on this kind of tackle, man, it's a good time. I keep saying it, but it's the dang truth. It's a good time. Let's get hold of this guy right here. Oh, Lordy. There he went. That's the quick release on that one. Let's see what he did to the hook. Anything? Yeah, he bent my hook right there. I'll be happy when them other hooks come. They apparently supposed to be stronger than Gamakatsu G carp hook or whatever. I'm gonna bend that back and we'll cast another one out there though. All right, guys, well, it's starting to get dark out here. I'm getting ready to pack it up and head home, but this afternoon's trip, I'm calling it a success. I come out here to catch me some carp, and I got me a few, so it's been a pretty good day. You know, I know there's a lot of you watching this video that are much better carp fishermen than I am. I don't claim to be any kind of expert, and every time I post a carp video, I get a ton of comments, people telling me I need to use all these fancy rigs and these recipes you make to make all these baits and whatnot. And you know, for me, I'm just kind of this carp fishing, it's just something different for me to do, just to mix it up a little while. And when I come out and do this, I just want to keep things simple. And it don't get much simpler than putting a few kernels of corn on a hook and casting it out. And you know what? It works. It's effective. These carp, they like the corn. It's a cheap and easy bait to get. So I'm going to keep using it. I'm going to keep doing it until it don't work anymore. But nevertheless, y'all, again, got me a few carp today. Had a good time. So we'll be doing it again soon. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.